Nirvanic layer. It's a very subtle difference. This layer almost doesn't exist. Almost it's an Atman, but the last step. What is the way to explore this last step? What is the way to bring out the energy from this last step? What is the way to penetrate this last step? Totally cutting yourself from the past. No evolution, only revolution. No evolution, only revolution. It is the moment when seed takes the decision to sprout. The seed is sprouting. The last moment the seed will have agony. It is called dark night of the soul. The last moment you take the decision to take the jump. You take the decision to go beyond. You take the decision with all your consciousness, with your whole energy to go beyond the body and mind, to drop all the old conditionings. Yesterday somebody was asking me, method to undo the whole thing. Can you make me again 7 years? This is the method. When you know all your whole things are conditioning, just read once more what you have written. Is the life worth living? Is this the life worth living? Just so much of desires in the out of blue, which has no base, and so much of sufferings, so much of guilt, so much of pain. Only one layer of joy, that also through the pain. Only one layer of joy, that also through the layers of pain. Look at the whole past. Actually, almost for everybody, I can say, the whole 100%, or anybody who says my past is gold, my past is golden. No. For everybody, past is more like a wound, which needs to be operated or thrown out from the being. When you decide consciously to drop the past, you actually can drop the past. Understand the few things. You can really drop the past. It is simply conditioning. When you understand it's a conditioning, can't you drop it? As long as you think it is you can't drop it. When you understand it is somebody else who has been forced on you, can we really drop it? It is simple conditioning. When you desire to drop, when you desire to stop, bring that book. You can simply very drop. We are going to drop. Anybody who doesn't want to drop and keep it can decide. No, it is option only. How can I decide for you to whether to drop or not? If anybody really feels like no, Swamiji, it is perfectly alright, I can carry on, can decide.
So Swami, when you said drop, is it a psychological connection with drop?
Yes, psychological.
There's no emotion. How is that bad?
And simply when you psychologically drop, even physically the whole thing changes. It can be simply be dropped. Because when you share, you emotionally also drop. Open confession is called a great technique to cross the nirvanic body, to drop the conditions. Have you heard of the story of Valmiki? Valmiki is a great saint, respected saint. One of the great epics of India is written by him. He is the author and he is a rishi. He underwent this confession. He has done all sorts of criminal activities and all sorts of sins. At one time, the Narada encountered Valmiki and asked, "What are you doing? Do you know?" Valmiki told, "Oh, I am perfectly alright." Then Narada says, "None of your family people will share your sins. Go and ask." He goes and asks everybody. Nobody is ready to share his sins. Finally, he came and confesses everything to Narada. When he confessed, something has broken in him. Something has transformed his life. Something has touched him. Then Narada initiates him, blesses him. Then the hunter dies and Valmiki is born. I can say at least 20 to 30 masters have been created by this open confession. People who have confessed, they have grown out of the thing. People who have just kept it inside, they lived their own way. You attain the fruit of writing. You see, when you write, like this, many understandings descend on you. That is just for those understandings we make you write. You come upon so many new understandings, so many new dimensions. You see, if I would have taught him that these are all self-created, people will think, "Oh, Swami is making fun of our pains." But when you understand, it becomes a great understanding. So I create a situation in which you can understand. The understanding can happen to you. If I say ready-made solution, what do you think? Alright. Anyway, we will come these 2 days, let us listen what he says. But when it happens to you, the understanding, it stays with you permanently. It stays with you totally. It is all self-created. There is no right, no wrong in the existence. Only one thing which makes you totally blissful, not joyful, which makes you blissful, will make always others also blissful. That is what is right. That's all. There is no right, no wrong. Whenever it is joyful, it is different. When it is blissful, it will make others also blissful. If it makes you only blissful and others sorrow, then you understand it's a joyful, not blissful. It is only joy, not bliss. There is a subtle difference. Whatever makes you joyful, the path of Ananda, the path of bliss, that only is right. Simply live with bliss. That is the right thing. To come to these conclusions only, we are searching. That is what I wanted every conclusion to come from your side. I am churning the milk ocean. One side devil and the other side devas. Of course, not surely here. No. Why do you take it? This side maybe devas also. This side.
I heard right is right. Then left.
For you or for me?
So Swami, if one of us attended NSP, we don't have any problem with anybody else.
When you have really taken things inside, when you have dropped the conditionings and you have taken things inside.
How to conduct ourselves before a Maha?
Feel the deep love, that's all. Feel a deep love in front of the master, that is enough. Nothing else is needed. Nothing else needs to be done. There is no other code or contact to be conducted. Many people come and tell me. Many people come and in front of me, they do all sorts of that. Adivaniya Dhurta Lakshana. Adivaniya Dhurta Lakshana means showing too much of humility. But I can always see the fellows who show too much of humility, only cunning fellows. Real innocent people, they do not even bother. They come and directly sit to the seat in which I am sitting, just next to me. And I always found these people, they are not only good to me, they are good to everybody. But the people who behave all sorts of show, I have always seen, they know only how to act, never how to be. So there is no need to know how to act. That just be, that's enough. At least real master never asks all these things. In our ashram we have a chair. Even in the laughing temple, everywhere people come. I give always chair for the people. They sit and talk to me. Some of who is a so-called Madhadivadi actually called me. Because he's an elderly man, I also went. Oh, he's calling, let me go and give my respects. Then he advised me. I heard that you touch the people's feet and heal. Whenever somebody comes with a leg pain or a problem in the leg, you will see that automatically a old poor lady, every day morning hundreds of people come for healing. The villages, old poor lady, the people who are sick, people who can't go to the hospital, or people who are allergic for the medicines, people who are not healed by the people with whom the medicines are not worked. So many people will come. I'll just get down from my seat and hold their hand, hold their legs and heal. So he heard about it and he sent a word and he called me and told, what? I heard that you get down from your, that Peetam. Peetam means it's like a throne. See, it's a throne on which I sit and heal the people, do the healing or anything. It's called Jnana Peetam. That is the seat. So I heard that you get down from the Peetam and touch the people's feet to heal. We are not supposed to do it. It is according to the rules. It is prohibited. You should not give equal chair for the people. These are all will reduce the grade of the Pita, Mata, Mat. All these things he was advising me. Just I told him only one word. Just because of my compassion and love and the healing, I got the Peetam. Not the Peetam has got me. I got the Peetam. Because of my love and compassion and the healing. Not because of any rules and regulation. Not because of any these foolish things. So not only now, I will continue to be like this. Don't be hold on to that seat or the Peetam or the throne. It is just people who are the so-called people, only they create all these rules and all these regulations and all these, what to say, the dead, dry, dull rituals. Small story. Raman Maharshi's life. One foreigner went to Ramanashram and he was trying to sit with, because he had a knee pain, he had tried to put a small stool and sit on that. Some of the disciples shouted, oh, you cannot sit in front of Bhagavan on a stool. You have to sit only on the ground. Bhagavan just showed his hand up and laughed. Above on the roof, it's a thatched roof. On that one stick, one monkey was sitting just exactly on the head of the Bhagavan. What can you do about this monkey? He's just sitting right on my head. So, all these kind of codes and methods of conducting all these things are just foolishness. I don't see any juice in it. You see, when you have the tears of love, tears of gratitude in your eyes, that is the real thing. That is the real way to conduct yourself in the presence of the Master. Nothing else.
So these mantras that they say, Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavir.
That's you raised. Those things, you see, when it is done consciously, they have a great result. It again and again and again makes you remember the great truths. Because remembrance is a great thing which is necessary for your life, for your being. When you yes.
Okay, yesterday you were saying that living master is like that. And
He just kills you. Your whole past is killed. Your whole past is destroyed. That is what I am going to do now. When you are ready, it can simply happen even consciously. Your whole past will be killed. You will be nobody. You will not be the same person as you have entered inside.
Wow.
If you are the same person as you have entered inside, money back. You see, if you really understand now all these things, whatever is taught and whatever is spoken, will you be the same person when you go back? No. You will never be the same person. You cannot be the same person. So naturally, that is what they call, when you meet the Master, you are reborn, Dvija, second born. There are three types of Garbha. One is the Mula Garbha, Bhugarbha, the Garbha which is carried in the womb. Ordinary Garbha, you give birth to a kid, you give birth to a child. Next is Hridgarbha, Hridayagarbha. If you carry a great ideology in your heart, you give birth to a book or a painting. Rabindranath Tagore's Gitanjali, Ravi Verma's paintings, they are all from Hridgarbha, Hridayagarbha. If you carry the master's presence or the meditation in the Sahasrara, you give birth to yourself, Jnanagarbha. So the master just totally destroys your past, totally makes you drop from the past and makes you start living as a new being. A total disconnection from the past only can help you to grow. No question of evolution, it is only revolution. Evolution can never happen, only revolution can do anything. So just drop from your past, decide totally, consciously drop from your past and simply start living the new way of life. Never tell, oh, I understand everything, I do not know how to put the whole thing into practice. No. Simply throw the old personality, don't respect him. Don't respect the old habits, don't respect the old body, don't respect the old mind, don't respect the old conditionings. Simply decide, this is the way I am going to live tomorrow onwards. This is the way I will live over. A small story, which is a very powerful story. Once there was a rat in a palace of a king. So he wants to kill that rat. One day he called a soldier to kill that rat. When the soldier entered the room, suddenly from somehow that rat jumped on his face. So he lost his balance, got frightened and ran away. Ran out of the room and started shouting to the king, no, king, it is too big, it cannot be killed, I don't think the rat can be killed by anybody, I am totally shaken. And seeing the frightened feeling or the shivering shape of the soldier, king got frightened. Oh, this rat is something totally different. I do not know what to do. Then the palace cat was called and ordered, go and kill that rat. But for the palace rat also the soldier told, you see, don't think it's ordinary rat. I went and totally I was shaken, I have come back. So be careful. Anyhow, the palace cat got ready with all his paraphernalia. After having 2-3 days of exercise and went to the gym, having special diet. So the final day came for the fight. It entered the room. Again the rat jumped on the cat's face and cat totally got frightened and lost its balance and ran away, came out. So now the rat has become a challenge for the whole country. Even the palace cat could not do anything about it. So they announced in the whole country, anybody who kills that rat will be given a special prize. So every cat was brought, but every cat knows that palace cat itself could not do anything. So 2-3 cats went inside and tried, came out. A village old man had one cat. He said, why not let me tell my cat? He asked the cat, will you do? He said, why not? Well, let us go. He brought the cat. The cat was looking very thin, lean, not even, of course this man has had nothing to feed the cat. So he let the cat inside. The cat went, simply killed the rat and came out. The king asked the cat, how did you do? Even palace cat could not do. You are such a, how did you have the courage and all these things? They just pampered the cat and asked, how did you do? The cat said, what? I am a cat. Simply I can catch the rat. Over. I am a cat. It is my nature to kill the rat. Over. So simply you are bothering about the things only makes the thing worse. It is you who boasts the negativity. Decide, you are a cat. You can kill the rat. Nothing. Nothing more than that. Don't bother about old experiences. You always think, no, last time also I tried to stop smoking, but nothing worked. I think this time I do not know, I will be, the same thing only is going to happen, maybe. Don't have all those past things. Even that is past. Even the idea, last time I failed, is also a past. Cut from the very root. Drop from the very root. Even the idea that you have failed is nothing but the past. Somebody came and told me, Swamiji, in last 1 year alone, 27 times I stopped smoking. It is just the past. Of course, it is you who give energy to it, not the past has got energy. Past is just dead. It is you who decide. There is a great technique in the Vedanta to cut yourself from the past. It is the ritual done at the time of sannyas. Don't worry, I am not going to give sannyas to you all. But the portion of ritual done at the time of sannyas, at the time of the sannyas, the last layer. See, actually this last layer, cosmic layer, needs a total disconnection from the past. And when you have finished all the 7 layers, the final touch will be given by the Master's grace. Actually, that is what happens. When you put your whole effort, finally Master gives this grace. When you open, throw everything, the Master will be there to heal the things. When you undergo all these 7 layers, the final touch is by the Master's grace. Now we are going to have only these 2 sessions. Session of cutting down from the past and the Master's grace. One thing, when you are totally satisfied, you will not ask for the other. You will not need the other. Of course, you will give your love or the feeling or the being to the other, but you will not crave for the other. Even the other is there or not, you will be totally joyful, ecstatic. When the other is there, you will share your being. When the other is not there, you are perfectly alright. But as long as you feel the necessity for the other, be very clear, neither you are satisfied nor he is satisfied. Many women undergo this. Many don't express child abuse. Many women, even in India, many women undergo. Nobody speaks. These elderly people, adults, don't have any other way or means to catharsis their emotions. They just go on, use the kids. And how much this disturbs the kids, they don't understand. It is almost psychologically, no, not killing, handicap, making them handicapped. Killing is no problem, once for all finished. Making them psychologically handicapped. All right. The Master's love, the greatest medicine which can heal the past. The Master's grace which can really heal the total past, which can totally cut yourself from the past and give you the new birth, the reborn, Dvija. At the time of sannyas, a homa, a fire ritual is done. I will try to explain. To cut totally yourself from the past. That's actually the ultimate initiation. The last initiation. Let me explain the whole initiation. First the mantras are chanted, which means I am burning all my past, my ideas of relationship, about my ideas about the desires, my ideas about the worries, my ideas about the depression, my ideas about the rajas. Rajas means the aggressiveness. All my ideas, one by one, they narrate and they just burn the whole thing into the fire. Once they finish the burning, they feel so refreshed. Actually, it happens. When you do it consciously, it just happens. Totally, you are cleansed. You are out of it. When you finished burning, when you are cut from the past totally, and there is one more, there are a few rules. Once the final ritual is over, in the sannyas, the traditional sannyas, even the paste or brush which you used yesterday will not be used. Everything. When let me explain about my sannyas. I had my sannyas in the bank of Ganges, Ganga, in Calcutta. The man who gave sannyas is not enlightened, but the man of high tapas, a very elderly person, maybe I think when I met him, he was 93. He passed away. He passed away in 6 months. I think I'm the last person who received sannyas from him. Maybe one or two more. Elderly man who is continuously used to do tapas, the meditation. According to sannyas ritual, we take bath in the Ganga. First we do the fire homa, burning everything. And then just we take bath in Ganga and come without any clothes, just as we are born. Then when we come and fall at the feet of the master, he just gives this rope, this cloth. He puts one rope around our hip and blesses us with a new name. The new name. To signify the past is dead. You are no more a old person. They get the new name. They are given a new name. See, the new identity, the new name does miracles. Because you totally disconnect yourself from the past. Continuously remembering that new name has got a great effect. Has got a great feeling. It just totally makes you feel you are newborn. You are somebody who is new. You are totally somebody who is really fresh and alive. So now let me explain the mantras. You will all burn. You are going to do that. Actually, you are going to burn all your past, all your desires, all your worries, all your guilt, all your pain, all your so-called joys. Every layers will just burn. Consciously, totally put it in the fire. You will see you are cut. The whole past is cut. You totally disconnect yourself from the past. Really. This is the way to come out of the cosmic layer. All the nirvanic layer. All the 7 layers. Finally, the final touch. The Master's grace or the Master's blessings. I think we will enter into the meditation. When you finish the meditation, then we'll see about the next step. I'm going to read few mantras, then I'll explain, then I'll give you the instruction. These are the sacred mantras. It's called Viraja Homa, means the burning the aggressiveness, burning the past. Raja means dust, dirt.
How do you spell that one?
Biraja. Viraja vivapma bhuya sakkum swaha pranavana vyanodana samaname sujjantam jyotiraham viraja vivapma bhuya sakkum swaha vangmanasakshutvat jikva srotragrana Reto bahutahudi sudyantam Viraja vibhapma bhuya sadgum Swaha Tvacharma magunsa Rutirameto majjas Snayabhustodhi sudyantam Jyotiraham Viraja vibhapma bhuya sadgum Swaha Sirappani pashva prutva janta श्रद्धोपचारस् पायवो मे सुध्यन्तां ज्योतिरहं विरजा विभप्मा भूयासग्गुं स्वाहा उत्तिष्ठ पुरुषारिद पिङ्गललोहिताक्ष देहि देहि दाभयं मे स्वाहा सुध्यन्तां ज्योतिरहं विरजा विभप्मा भूयासग्गुं स्वाहा पृथिव्यावस्तेजो वायुराकाशा मे सुध्यन्तां ज्योतिरहं विरजा विभप्मा भूयासग्गुं स्वाहा सप्तस्पर्शरूपरसगन्धा मे सुध्यन्तां ज्योतिरहं विरजा विभप्मा भूयासग्गुं स्वाहा मनोवाक्काय कर्माणि मे सुध्यन्तां ज्योतिरहं विरजा विभप्मा भूयासग्गुं स्वाहा. It means there are so many things included in this. Let me give you what actually you wanted, because in this they say that let us purify the whole world, let us purify the whole universe. Of course, when you are purified, the whole world is purified. Understand, you are going to disconnect yourself from the past. Consciously, totally. Don't think how imagination can work for me. Imagination can do miracles. Sit for a few minutes and imagine all your wounds, all your suffering, all your guilt, all your pain, all your tears, all your joy, whatever you had, all your desires, all your karmas, in the color of black, bring it to the papers which you have in your hands. If you want, now you can sit and read the whole thing once, so that it will be easy for you to remember one by one. When you relive with you, just relive the pain, relive the desire, relive the guilt, relive the past. From first line to last line, read by yourself. Read it for you. Relive the whole past, the gist of your whole life. Just as you undergo before your death, undergo totally from desire, guilt, pain and pleasure. One by one, from first step to last step. First, undergo all the desires, then undergo all the guilt, then undergo all the pain, then undergo all the pleasures. Relive every moment vividly, as deeply as possible. Only when you leave the karmas, it can leave you. Otherwise, it will be just a hangover in you. When you really live it, reliving is relieving. So, take your own time, put all your emotion and imagination, relive the whole thing step by step, one by one, very slowly as possible, as deeply as possible. No urgency. Take your own time and live it. Only then you can really live it. Live totally all the desires, all the guilt, bring back and live with full emotion. Relive the whole scene and do it. And live the moments of pain, live the moments of pleasure, undergo deeply. Have the notebook in your hand. And whatever you have lived, feel The whole negativity or the karma is collected in the notebook. Once you have lived, feel it is already in the notebook. So, when you finish the meditation, the whole past should be in the notebook. Start. My blessings.